the time that you've been here, what has been your personally your most exciting or most interesting find during your work?
So there's been a lot of interesting things I found. The thing that was probably the most interesting is more so the humor behind it than the actual finding itself.
Okay.
We had a couple of members on our forums trying to figure out why the Hamilton deck watch chronometer, some had gold balance wheels, some had silver balance wheels.
Okay.
So I ended up going through the change orders trying to find, is there any reason why they changed it to help them
Right.
answer that.
Yeah.
We found that it was, first, we couldn't find enough gold to make the balance wheels at the production level we needed.
Sure.
Then it was the nickel silver content needed to be changed. Then it was we have better materials that can change it.
Right.
But one of the interesting things in there was a letter from the U.S. Naval Observatory when they were sending the actual chronometers in to model them off of the Ulysses Nardine one that they
Right.
wanted all the American ones.
Yeah.
And it basically said the Hamilton one they had sent in pretty strong words was terrible and would never meet any qualifications that were stated out and all that.
Yeah.
And the person that had gotten that letter back circled that line in red crayon and wrote next to it, "Now you know what John Harrison felt." Speaking of John Harrison, created
Yeah.
the chronometer.
Yes, exactly.
So
yeah.
that was pretty interesting to read that, because as we were finding that, I was helping set up the new display in the little window that looks like the actual chronometer, the astrolabe, and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
with the sextant and
Yeah.
that's so funny. I think that's what's really cool about having the opportunity to access the actual source documents and materials is you have that human element that, especially for stuff that a lot of watch people are familiar with. You know, it's all sort of become everybody has the same information, or you can find it on the forums here and there. But to go through and see how the people in the time were reacting to things has to be really, really cool.
Yeah, especially when you see in there if they're talking about, like, at the time, company secrets of things that are happening,
Right.
or this person just came over to us from the Seth Thomas Clock division. They told us this is what they're doing. Let's try to figure that out so we get the better contract than them.
Yeah.
You find those kinds of things everywhere. I mean, one of my other internships I had done, there was a news article for an event that family was throwing in Chester County, and on the backside of that news article was a write-up of Adolf Hitler's visit to Britain in the early 1930s.